Hello, my name's Rihanna and welcome to this 10-minute cool down. You can join in with this after any workout that you've done. Just be a little bit careful if you've done something quite high cardio and you're now really out of breath and your heart rate's quite high. Take your time because we're going to start lying down on our backs. So meet me down there when you're ready. Maybe take a couple of breaths before you come down. And lying down on the mat, allowing the back of the head to feel nice and heavy. And allow the eyes to close over. So this is good because it's going to settle the blood evenly throughout the body. Taking a couple of deep breaths. Trying to reduce that heart rate. And allowing the body to settle, the alignment of the bones. With every exhale, releasing the muscles a little bit more, holding less tension throughout the body. We can start to hug the knees in towards the chest. You can go for a little gentle lift of that tailbone as you bring the knees slightly closer in towards the chest. And as you lower the tailbone back down, we're lengthening through that spine each time a little bit more. And then we can hold onto the shins and take the knees in little circles, rolling round. You can go in the same direction, or you can go in opposite directions, slightly opening through the inside thighs if you wish to. And then just reversing that circle. Keeping hold of the right knee, pressing the left foot onto the floor. You can stay here or you can extend the left leg out nice and long on the mat. Hugging the knee towards the chest before we take hold of the underneath of that thigh and start to extend the right leg up towards the sky. From here, take a little flex and point through the foot. So drive the heel towards the sky and then stretching out through the front of the ankle. Holding the flexed foot, pulling the toes towards you, soft bend in the knee, and then extend the leg as much as you can. Don't strain or stretch, just try and find as much length as you can. Keeping the shoulders nice and soft, pulling towards the mat, and staying with that breath, trying to find an exhale as we find the length, and inhale as we soften. Exhale, find the length. Inhale, soften. Last one, you're going to hold that length. You can either keep hold of the thigh or you can take hold of the calf here and go for a gentle pull towards you. Inhale, release the leg slightly away. Exhale, pull it towards you. Inhale away, release. Exhale, gentle pull. One more. Pulling towards. Holding on to the shin or just onto that ankle. Allow the leg to fall out to the side, opening through the inside thigh. You can release the foot here, nice and relaxed. You can bend through the knee if you need to. And you can place your left hand onto your left hip to keep it grounded. Breathing in here. As you breathe out, bending the right knee and then pulling that right knee all the way up and over across the body. Arms can come to a low V or extend out to the sides, and you can look over to your right hand, finding rotation through the spine. Exhale, increasing the rotation. You can use your left hand to pull your right hip further round if you can. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, settling back onto your mat. And hugging the left leg in, repeating all on that left side. So your right foot can be on the floor or you can extend out nice and long on the mat. Pulling the knee towards the chest and then taking hold underneath the thigh. Start to extend the leg just a little bit. Keep a soft bend in the knee as we flex and point through the foot. Checking those shoulders are nice and relaxed. Checking with breathing nice and deeply. Holding a flex of the foot, inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, lengthen through the leg. Find that length. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, soften. Exhale, lengthen. One more. Holding the length of the leg. keeping that flexed foot and holding on to the calf if you wish, and go for a gentle pull towards you. Inhale, release away. Exhale, pull towards. Inhale. Exhale, gentle pull. Inhale away. Exhale, pull towards. Last one. Gentle pull towards as you release the leg open to the side. Again, you can have your hands in a little low V, or your right hand on your hip to keep you nice and stable. Bending through that left knee if it's more comfortable, and releasing the ankle, releasing the foot so it's nice and relaxed. Breathing in here. As you breathe out, soft bend in the knee, draw the knee all the way up and over, crossing over the body, arms in a low V or out directly next to you. Switching the gaze over to the left hand, and an option to use that right hand on the left hip to increase that spinal rotation. Trying to keep the left shoulder drawing towards the mat. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, coming back to center, hugging both knees in towards the chest, tuck the chin to the chest, scoop the belly, and go for a little rock and roll, massaging through that spine and making your way all the way up, crossing those legs through and coming and meeting me in a 4-point kneel. So your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Release those feet and ankles, moving through our cat to cow. Inhale, lift the head and tailbone. Exhale, drop the head, drop the tailbone, scoop the belly button away from the floor. Inhale, lift the head and tailbone. Exhale, dropping the crown of the head, pulling those hip bones towards the shoulders. Inhale, lift the head and tailbone. Exhale, pushing away. One more here. Inhale. And exhale. Lengthening through that spine, stepping forward with your right foot. You can come up with hands on your hips and you can stay here. If you wish, your hands can come back to the mat. Step that right foot slightly further forward and start to push these hips forward. So we're opening up through the front of the left hip. You can stay with your hands on the floor for stability on your hips, or you can start to raise those hands overhead, opening out through the chest. Breathing in. Releasing all the tension, making sure your knee is directly over your ankle and it's not too far forward. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in. As you breathe out, hands come next to you, pull your hips back, trying to find length through the right leg and then pulling those right toes towards you. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, drawing the chest slightly closer towards the thigh. Think about sticking that bum out behind you. Breathing in. As you breathe out, pressing the front toes into the floor, tucking the back toes, lifting the hips, finding a triangle pose. And taking the weight in those hands, sliding the right foot back, coming back to a 4-point kneel, ready to reset for the second side. Left foot forward, hands on hips. You can stay, or you can step the foot slightly further forward, pressing those hips, tucking the tailbone. Hands can stay on the mat, on the hips, or reach overhead, and take 3 deep breaths here. Breathing in. Breathe out, find even more openness through the front of the right hip. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale and exhale, hands to mat, pull those hips back, pull the toes towards you, open out through the chest, sticking the bum out behind you, finding that length. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the chest towards the thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chest towards thigh. And then pressing the front toes into the floor, tucking the back toes, lifting the hips, finding your triangle pose. You can keep soft bending those knees if you wish, or try to find that length, lifting those hips high, head heavy. Breathing in. And taking the weight into those hands, meeting me back in a 4-point kneel. From here, tucking the toes, dropping the head, lifting the hips, finding your downward facing dog. Keeping those knees bent if you need to, but the idea of trying to ground the heels and lengthen through the backs of those legs. You can start to pedal through the feet if that feels nice, grounding one foot all the way down and then the other. finding the stretch through the back. As you pedal these feet, you can start to walk the feet towards the hands to find your forward fold. Hanging over the legs here, bending the knees as much as you need to. Option to take the hands off the floor and holding onto those elbows, allowing the head to be nice and heavy. You can then take a little swing, sway side to side. You can take a little nod of the head, a little shake no. Breathing in. As you breathe out, release the arms, soft bend the knees, drop the tailbone, slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing and coming round to face the front, opening the arms out to the side, crossing the left arm through and looking towards the left shoulder. Breathing in. Breathing out, that same arm goes up and over, soft bend in the knees and gentle pull away from that top arm. Inhale here. Exhale, open those arms. Crossing the right arm through. Breathing in. And breathing out, arm up and over. Pressing that head back, gentle pull away from that top arm. Inhale. And exhale. Release, having those feet in parallel directly underneath those hips. Take 4 deep breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, release it all. Let it go. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in and a big sigh out. Shake it out, guys. Well done. Thank you for joining me. I hope that felt good. So that was just a quick 10-minute cool down to make sure you're evenly stretching out all the muscles that you used in your workout. If you want a deeper stretch, there is one on Koa's channel, so go ahead and find that. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you again in another video. Let me know how you get on. Like, comment, subscribe. I will really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. See you in a different video. Bye guys.